Hi everyone. Generally, students get confused between variety of terms like formation pressure, pore pressure, overburden pressure, what is effective stress, and all. So today I'm going to cover all these things just to give you basic idea that what these all terms exactly means. So generally, basically, there are three types of pressure in subsurface: the overburden pressure, formation pore pressure, and effective stress. Formation pore pressure and formation pressure are used generally interchangeably. Both basically mean same thing. Why this is known as a formation pore pressure? Because it is the pressure exerted by the fluids inside the pore of the formations. So it means that there's some formation inside earth, and in those formations there are pores present. In those pores there is some kind of fluid present, and that fluid is exerting some pressure on the pore, on the boundary walls of the pores. That is why it is known as a formation pore pressure. Second one is overburden pressure, also known as a lithostatic pressure. It is actually the pressure due to the sum of all overlying rocks and fluids above a certain point. Suppose I am at depth of 500 meters in my subsurface. So the total pressure at 500, the total weight, total pressure due to the weight of rocks and fluids present above that 500 meters will give results to the overburden pressure. The third one is known as effective stress, also known as a matrix pressure. This is nothing but the difference between overburden pressure and formation pressure. Now, the matrix stress actually it applies on the. I'll show you a figure to give a better understanding. You can see this figure here. The left figure, just a second. This one, the sky blue portion are the pores, and the yellow portions inside the circles are the formations, the matrix material. So as you can see, the pore pressure is acting in all the sides and acting on the boundaries of the matrix, and also the uh, which one also the matrix pressure. These things you can see here. Matrix pressure is mainly the pressure which is transmitted through the grains of the matrix. So each grain is exerting some kind of pressure to the another grain. So that is why matrix pressure is being generated. So this matrix pressure generally applies in all the direction, but the overburden pressure, the vertical component of this matrix stress plus the formation pressure uh, counterbalances the vertical overburden pressure which is acting in the downward direction. So here you can see this is this line if it is a pore pressure, and if this line is a what we say a fracture gradient, fracture pressure. Okay, so to achieve some kind of overbalance, to prevent a kick in our well, we need to get our mud in between this above the pore pressure and below the above the pore pressure and below the fracture gradient. So this will just a second. This line will represent the mud pressure gradient. Okay, and this one is known as a overburden pressure gradient. Now there is another concept called abnormal pressures. We'll be talking about abnormal pressures and subnormal pressures in next video, and we'll also discuss the reasons of these abnormal and subnormal pressures. So that's everything for this video. Thank you so much. See you in next lecture.